What's going on? Taylor Grayson 33. Today we are going to go over the steps to stain your wood privacy fence at your home. We will be using the 4-gallon pump sprayer by the brand here, and it does have the nice metal adjustable tip there. It's not a cheap pump sprayer. And then we've got 15 gallons of Thompson's water seal. It's transparent wood sealer, and we are using the chestnut brown to give it a dark, rich color. And I'm going to show you the fence here. This fence has been up about a year and 3 or 4 months, and you can see that it has dried out and it's starting to gray and weather. So this fence is ready to be stained and sealed. Now, if you come over here, this part over here is only about 6-7 months completed. So you can see the difference over here, which is about a year and 3 or 4 months, and this is like 7 months. So, but this is still ready to be sealed. Now, the porch just got installed last week, and so water is still beating up. So that means it is still wet. It is still not ready to be stained and sealed. So I'll probably have to wait a few months for that to dry out. But we will be staining the porch as well. But for now, I'm going to be staining both sides of the fence, and I'm just doing some before and afters, and we'll see how it turns out. But like I said, you do want to wait and make sure it is dried out, because the wood comes in from the factory wet. So a lot of times it'll have the mold and stuff on it, but it'll dry out and it'll go away itself. All right, so we want to make sure we shake up the Thompson water seal a little bit, because it does settle, and the bottom of the bucket is more thick, and so you just want to make sure it's pretty even as far as the consistency of the liquid and the stain sealer. This is the first time I have ever stained and sealed a fence before, but it's definitely an easy project that you can do around the house. And you want to use a pretty decent pump sprayer and make sure the wind is not blowing too much. And you want to kind of go up and down with the pickets, and depends on how wide your sprayer is going, and a lot of them are adjustable. You might want to adjust it so it fits your needs, but you pump and try to be very consistent with the strokes and make sure you're covering. If you do overspray, then it will run. It's just like painting your house or a wall or in a room. So you want to make sure the pickets are covered somewhat nice and evenly. This shadow box style fence is a little bit more difficult because you do have the gap between the pickets, and you'll have to do both sides. But I do like this style fence better. It's a little bit more decorative, and it adds just a few more pickets, so that means it's a little bit more expensive to do. But I just think it looks better on both sides, and I'm kind of OCD because I don't like seeing the 3 horizontal 2x4s going across on one side and the other side being flat. So you have a better looking side and a not so good looking side. But with the shadow box style, both sides look the same. So if you see here, I'm just pumping and trying to be consistent, going up and down and overlapping a little bit. During this entire video, you see me pumping the sprayer because I noticed that when I stopped pumping, that the stream and the spray of the stain and sealer was different. So I tried to be consistent as far as pumping, and then on my left side I tried to be consistent with the spraying and the up and down of the strokes, because if you lack one or the other, then you're gonna not get a good coverage, or you might get too much coverage. So you just have to kind of be coordinated and pump and spray at the same time, because that gave me the best coverage and consistency. You can see that I do have overspray because it was a little bit windy today, but the next day was going to be super sunny, so I was trying to get it done to give it more time to dry before it rained the following day. But I will say be careful with vehicles, houses, anything you don't want to get overspray on, because it is pretty tough stuff. It is like painting your fence or painting a wall, like I said, but it'll get on your skin. And wear sunglasses, wear clothing. It's going to get all over your shoes, concrete, the garage or building, whatever it may be. So just be careful and try to pick a day where there's not a lot of winds. What is also good about the pump sprayer, as you just saw on this last panel, I went back over on some of the areas that were a little bit light. So it is kind of good to just do a coat over the entire fence, and then you can always come back in the next day or the next week and kind of hit some of the spots that you missed, depending on the weather, obviously. But you can always come back and add more. Just try not to overspray too much, and because it will run. If you have any tips or tricks to make this a little bit easier or process a little bit smoother, drop them in the comments below. Show the outside of the fence here, some before shots. Drop any comments or questions below. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.